Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Movie Police. We're going to go ahead and just say this is episode one. The real episode one I did about 6 years ago, and it was for Venom Let There Be Carnage, or 5 years ago, however long it was. Just never did anything with it, and I kind of want to do it again now. Main reason for that is I just seen Jurassic World Rebirth, and while I did have a good time with it, I'm going to go ahead and talk about why I want to go into doing the movie podcast all over again. And it's basically because every review that I've seen on YouTube, all the reviewers are just basically clowning on the movie, which is very surprising to me because the movie was actually really good. It was probably, in my opinion, the best Jurassic Park movie we've had since The Lost World. Now, I know everyone loves Jurassic Park 3. I'm kind of like whatever with that one. It's good, it's bad, it's like whatever. Like, everyone dies in the movie in like the first 30 minutes and then no one else dies again. So I never felt like there was really any tension. The Spinosaur was really cool in that movie. I don't like that he killed the T-Rex. I'm one of those people because it doesn't make any sense, especially now because we keep finding out that the Spinosaur was just basically it was the dinosaur equivalent of the platypus. So it is what it is. I was very interested in Jurassic World when it was coming out nearly a decade ago, if not a decade ago. Good God, where's the time gone? I was really interested with that. And I seen the movie and I wasn't very happy about it. I actually remember I ranted about it because it just didn't make any sense. A lot of things in the movie were just very, very dumb. And then I actually have a rant video I did for Fallen Kingdom, and that movie, I was so mad at Fallen Kingdom that when Jurassic Park Dominion came out, I refused to go see it. I'd just seen the movie the other night right before I went and seen Rebirth. So I can understand why people are maybe clowning on it because of the fact that all the Jurassic World movies have been bad. But here's the thing, Jurassic World Rebirth was actually really good. It was a very simple storyline. Of course, it does completely retcon the previous movie where they were like, oh, dinosaurs are going to take over the world. Maybe not take over the world, but you know what I mean. They're all over the world. Now suddenly it's like, oh, dinosaurs can only live at the equator, by the way. LOL. Just kidding. So it's like, okay, well, I guess maybe Rexy and Blue are dead. Is what it is, I guess. I mean, don't need to keep seeing them pop up. We've seen them enough. It's been 3 movies now. I'm kind of tired of the fact that Velociraptors are like the good guys. In a way, T-Rex is the hero. Like, sure, we've had enough. Like, let us go on to new stories. But this story, it takes place with Scarlett Johansson being a mercenary, and she agrees to go to this brand new island. By the way, there's a third island. I always suspected that there was, but there's a third island where they basically make mutant dinosaurs, which was a very cool concept. But here's the thing, we only get 2 of them in the movie, and one of them is just literally a deformed T-Rex. It looks like one of the Mutos from Godzilla. It looks like the Rancor from Return of the Jedi. But when you really look at it, it's just a T-Rex with like 2 long arms and a big head like a beluga whale. But it's still cool. It's easily the biggest dinosaur in the entire franchise, like straight up. I liked it. The movie also had a redesigned version of the Spinosaur, which is kind of cool. There is a family, of course. There's, of course, a child, because it's not a Jurassic Park movie without the child. So you got to have a kid in the movie. But here's the thing. This kid was probably my favorite child actor in any of these movies easily. Every time they always force a child in these movies, it's just kind of like the biggest eye roll. It's just like, okay, sure, whatever. Let's get this kid in here because, we have to have a child for Jurassic Park. But this one, no, this kid was actually pretty good. I liked him. Or liked her, I should say. The boyfriend in the movie, he was kind of annoying for like the first 10 minutes. And then, he came around. Like, I ended up liking him. The dad was really cool. Scarlett Johansson's group, they were really cool. A few moments where you kind of want to roll your eyes because, when somebody dies, Scarlett Johansson's just kind of like unresponsive. Like, hey, this is somebody you've been friends with for a long time. We're kind of like, whatever. But it's really like, here, I've seen people rip the movie apart because of stuff like that. But there isn't a single Jurassic Park movie that makes any lick of sense anyways. Like, the first one was pretty bad if you really pick the movie apart. It's not a good movie, like, if you do that. I know it's like the normie thought process that, oh, Jurassic Park, the first one is the best movie. It's one of the best movies of all time. And it's, yeah, it is a good movie. It's one of the most iconic movies of all time. I wouldn't say it's one of the best movies because there's a lot of issues, a lot of glaring issues with that movie. And I'm really adamant about the thought process that if Jurassic Park 1 was released in modern times, like if it came out this year for the first time, it would be clowned on just as hard as this one. Jurassic World Rebirth wasn't even really bad. That's the thing. It had a very basic premise, yeah. I've seen people upset with the fact that, people are still going like, wow, dinosaurs. And everyone's tired of hearing about that. Like, I'm seeing all these reviewers say that. But I'm like, realistically, it does not matter. Like, if I go to the zoo, or if I see, like, lions and tigers on TV, if I see one in person 5 feet from me, I'm going to be like, oh? So it's not unbelievable that people are still doing that. And, like, I don't know. I really feel like they're just clowning on these movies because they want to have a reason to complain. Because the last couple movies weren't any good. So they can't escape out of that mindset. That's what my honest opinion of it is. If I had to rate this movie, I would probably give it maybe a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It wasn't bad. Action was really good. It's definitely the most tenseful of all the Jurassic Park movies, straight up. Out of all of them, this one I was on the edge of my seat the most. It's not scary. That's the thing. It's not like a horror one. I'd still say The Lost World's probably the scariest in terms of all the Jurassic Park movies. But this one, I felt dread. I felt like tension. And it was really good. Like, I got to see it on opening night. It was a pretty good movie. I had a good time with it all the way around. But yeah, I'd give it probably a 7 or 8 out of 10. There was a couple times where I kind of just rolled my eyes in the movie, but, hey, it is what it is. The dinosaurs were really big in this movie. We had a good, healthy looking T-Rex. Like Rexy from the Jurassic World movies and the first Jurassic Park. She was always kind of skinny in comparison. This T-Rex with the river raft scene, it was a fat boy. It was a chunky monkey. It was a big, big boy. So for that, I thought it was really good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any complaints. I didn't have any reason to like rage over this movie like I thought I would. Like I said, I went back and rewatched the other Jurassic World movies, and I didn't really have a bad time with them like I originally did. Like even the Fallen Kingdom, like I rolled my eyes a couple times, but the movie wasn't bad. Surprisingly, Dominion wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, it was still bad. It was still dumb, but I mean, it wasn't like how I was expecting it to be. That's why I'd never seen it in the first place. But I mean, they're fine for what they are, I guess. Like maybe it's because I've come back to it like a decade later, so I'm looking at it with like all new eyes and like an older perspective. But when it came to Rebirth, I had like no issues with it outside of a couple minor things. It's really not a big deal. Also, if you're a big fan of Velociraptors, you're not going to really get to see them in this one, which is very interesting. I was wondering when they were going to come up, and when they do come up, they're on screen for like maybe 12 seconds. Like you see them creeping up in the background, and then they immediately get murked by the Mutodons, which is like these new mutant dinosaurs. They're just basically velociraptors with pterosaur wings. But yeah, the Mutodons come down and just completely decimate the velociraptors. And you're just like, oh, okay, well, never mind. These guys are the big bad threat. And that's pretty much what they were. But anyways, yeah, 7, 8 out of 10. I don't know. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because I had a really good time and I'd been thinking about the movie ever since I've seen it. It was the 4th movie in a row that I went and seen. First, I went and seen Ballerina. Had a good time with Ballerina. Maybe I'll do a review on that if anybody wants. Then I went and seen 28 Years Later, which, if you want a review on that one, I'll give you a review on that one. It was not what I was expecting, and then I really did have a bad time with that one, but, I'll go into detail on that if anybody wants. Next one was Megan 2.0. Megan 2.0 was a great movie. Had a good time with that one. And then, it was all building up to Jurassic World. I was really nervous about this, and they pulled through. So I highly recommend it. If any YouTuber is just complaining about it, they're probably just literally copying what another one said, because literally there's really nothing bad. And I'm very critical about movies. Like anybody that knows me, I'm basically a snob when it comes to film. I like to pick apart movies, and I didn't really have too much to do with this one. And I had a good time with it. I've been thinking about it ever since, and I kind of want to go back and rewatch it again. So Jurassic World is a good movie. I'm going to go ahead and just say 8 out of 10. It was a solid 8 out of 10. It was a good time. So, anyways, thank you guys very much for listening. Yeah, I haven't done a movie review in a long time. I would love to get back into doing these again. I love movies. It's my favorite thing ever. So I will see everyone later. Thank you very much, and see you.